Ever feel like the drumming you hear in your head is just out of reach? What if I told you there was a way to bring it to life? This one game-changing exercise completely changed my drumming and helped start my music career. For the past 10 years, I've been sharing it with my students, and every time they see massive improvements from it immediately. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what this life-changing exercise is and how you can use it to completely transform your drumming. Let me show you the first step, and that's to do this checklist. No, it's not as boring as it sounds because this is actually the rhythmic checklist. By the way, I'll make sure to put all of the links to these exercises down below. You can grab the PDF for free. Go check that out. So as you can see, it's written kind of a special way. Empty stems with the notes added below. What that means is it's just a really, really quick way for us as drummers, because let's face it, we can't all read that well.
Some form of Elvish. I can't read it.
To know exactly what partial, what subdivision placement we're playing a rhythm. So for example, this is just the downbeat, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4. If we add a second note here, that is the 1 in the E, the 2 in the E, the 3 the E, the 4 the E. So these two are rests. That's the quick thing to think, is that these are the notes and then these are just the rests. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you know these rhythms like the back of your hand. You need to know them really well. That means we're going to practice each and every one by itself. So the first one, the second one, the third one, and so on, until you can do them in sequence really confidently. That's going to look something a little like this. We're going to start by just playing the first partial, then just the second, just the third, just the fourth. After that, we're going to do 1 and 2, then 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 1 and 4, and so on. So I'm going to put the notation on screen so you can do it with me. It's going to look a little something like this. To keep time, I'm going to get my left foot going on quarter notes. I'm going to say out loud all the counts, then play through the entire checklist, 4 beats of each rhythm. You don't have to do all this at once. In fact, I recommend you don't at first if this is new for you. What I do recommend you do is build up to it by getting familiar with each and every one. And then once you've done that, you start doing them so that it's 4 each a little bit later down the line as one exercise. So that when you get to it, it's going to look like this. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E, 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a E and a 1 E and a 3 note combos. 1 and a E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and all 4 3 E and a 4 E and a rest 2 3 4. Don't forget that last one because it's really good practice, really good reminder that the most important thing you can do is, as a drummer, is play less and leave space and really get to know the value of a rest. When you know all these rhythms like the back of your hand, the next step is going to be playing them not like we just did, but rather as accents during single strokes. What that means is we're going to accent just the 1, then we're going to accent just the 2, just the 3, just the 4, then the 2 note combinations, the 3 note combinations. And that means when you are accenting just the E, well, that's going to be your left hand accenting. When you're accenting just the and, it's your right, just the it's your left. This is going to be a way to get some fluency into your singles where you're creating phrases through accents. Again, just like I did, I really recommend you sing out loud, you count out loud while you do this, and you're really giving the full value to each note. So I recommend you use a click. I would start it very slow at 50 BPM, probably at the fastest, just to start. I'm going to demonstrate it a little bit faster for you guys just to get through it, and then you know exactly what to be doing. You're going to watch me, then I want you to pause it and do it at 50. Here we go. So without accents, 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a, here we go with the accents. 1, 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, a 2, a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, 4 E, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 and a 1, a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and 2. Now we have the E's and A's. Here we go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 3 notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 E, a 2 E, a 3 E, a 4 E, all 4, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a no accents. 2 E and a 3 E and a E and like that. If you got that, then what's the next step? Because this is where things get beautiful and quite tricky. Well, I want you to take away those accents and instead put this hand pattern over a very specific foot ostinato. And what is a foot ostinato? An ostinato is a rhythm that always stays the same. And we're going to do this specifically. We're going to do kick drum with the right foot, hi-hat on the and then a kick drum on the ah. The E is empty, nothing on there. That looks like 1 E and So when you repeat that out, it's like this. If we want to count it out, it's 1 E and 2 E and so on. And that's kick, nothing, hi-hat, kick. See that? At the same time, we're doing right, left by itself, right, left. So let's draw that out big so you can really see it. Right, left, kick, nothing, hi-hat, kick. Now, you just want to line that up as slow as it takes. Make sure there's zero flaming whatsoever. And when you have that, it should be something like this. Right and kick, left by itself, right and hi-hat, left and kick. Right and kick, left by itself, right and hi-hat, left and kick. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4-note sequence. You really need this clean, really in time, with no flaming whatsoever before you move forward. So make sure you're setting some practice time aside just for cleaning that up before we move forward. What's going to be the next step after that? Well, it's going to look something like this. We're going to take all of the accent combinations that we were doing before from the rhythmic checklist, and we're going to put them over top of this hand pattern. So those are the accents, and that means we're going to do the 1 first, then we're going to do the E, then we're going to do the and then the and then all the 2-note combinations like 1 E or E and then all the 3-note combinations, all under this foot pattern. Now, really slow, it's going to look a little something like this. Check it out. Now with the accents, one E, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and then 1 E, 2 E, 3 E, and the E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 1 E, 2 E and 3 E and 4, 1 E and 2. All the right hands, right? And then all the left hands. 2-note combos. 3, I'm sorry. All accents. And then nothing. Now, these are all the prerequisites to the life-changing moment that I had in the practice room when my teacher told me to do something I was not expecting at all. Before you're ready for that, you need to do all this stuff. I want you to play it along with me a little bit faster. When you're ready with that and it's clean, then I'm going to give you the next step. Here we go. We're going to do that one more time a little bit faster so you really get the feel for it. And also, like, the point of all this is to be able to play those phrases and you can speak with it. So I'm going to show you a little of that too. I'd really recommend you work on your contrast. So really, really, really low ghost notes and really strong accents. At least yay high, okay? But here's the thing. Here's where my whole world changed. It was honestly kind of incredible. My teacher sat me down, had me do all of that stuff. And once I could do it, this is what he said to me. He said, okay, now keep the foot pattern going, but accent every 5th note with your hands. Right, left, right, left. So before I write it out for you, you just got to be able to do that with your hands and think about it. If you're keeping singles going, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right. 2, 3, 4, 5 left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just that. That alone is mind-boggling sometimes to think about. The goal is to try to feel that over top of, let's say, common time, 4/4 time, normal meters we use more often, right? And if you can get both of those together, it transforms things so much. If you're just doing quarter notes, 1 E and 2 E and here's accenting every 5th note. And the easy way to do that is to use a word or count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See the one loud or the first syllable of the word. So, common 5-syllable word might be like opportunity. That's a classic for 5 groupings. Opportunity, 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 opportunity. Kind of wacky. So you might want to do your quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And your voice is saying all the 16th note partials. But then you start counting the 5 instead. So here's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it might be easier to do the 5s. So the syllables. Opportunity, 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 opportunity. And then if you have that, opportunity, 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 opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. The next thing is putting it on top of that foot pattern we had before. Putting it on top of the samba bass drum pattern that we were just doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And if you're in 4/4, it takes 5 measures to get through it. But if you just think in quarter notes, it actually takes 5 beats or a single bar of 5/4. And it resolves back around. It's actually quite interesting. So if we have quarter notes like so, we have 5 groupings of 4, 5 groupings of 4 16th notes. I think the first of the first grouping, the second of the second grouping, the third of the third grouping, the fourth of the fourth grouping, and then in the 5th grouping, nothing at all. So if we count out these notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 is accented. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 is accented. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 is accented. 2, 3, 4, 5. But we're thinking 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a back to 1. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a 1E and a 2E and a E and a 4E and a 5E and a 1. I really think it helps not to think of it like in traditional notation, but to just grid it out. And if we're going to do that, we just need 5 boxes like so. We accent every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all the ones are accented. But you're not counting it that way. You're thinking 1E and 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 5E and a. Looking at that, it should be pretty straightforward to put it together. The final thing we're doing is you're taking those with the accents in different places, wherever they are, every 5th one, and you're playing right, left, and you're playing kick, hat, kick. Then you're accenting every 5th. So when you map this out, singles, 16th notes, samba pattern with a kick in 5/4 time, then this is kind of like how you can see it in boxes on a grid. All you have to do is count, and that's the pattern you're doing. If you can put all that together, I just want you to repeat it as slow as possible. Something a little like this. So you might be going, accent every 5th note with my hands. What? It broke my brain a little bit too. And the thing about all of this is that as I started to work it out in the lesson, all of a sudden it was like the clouds parted, a million doors open in front of me, because I realized that this was the key to unlocking enormous amounts of rhythmic fluency and phrasing and the ability to unlock my hands and feet from each other. We kept going from there, and we did some other kick patterns underneath it that were even longer, and those were kind of crazy. The real thing about this is that if you can get all this rhythmic checklist and you can get accenting every 5th also against the samba with the feet, it means you're unlocking your hands and feet, you're getting them clean, and you can play any phrase you want. If then, instead of playing the checklist in order or the 5s accented exercises, take those and mix and shuffle them up so they're in different orders. Think of those as different phrases you can play. This is all kind of, I found out much later, is very much like New Breed Gary Chester style system, all in one set of exercises, right? So you take an ostinato, do the checklist, and then you do odd groupings over top of the ostinato as well. After that, you just unlock and play phrases. So instead of playing the checklist, playing 5ths accented, I'm going to just like mix and match and make other phrases, sing it in my head, or in this case out loud for you a little bit, and that's going to become a little phrase like this. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. And so on. And really I would probably do it both at the same time, like da 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 da. And then you're off to the races. You put your feet under it and you just go. The point of all this is that it makes you be able to play so freely, and as soon as you do these steps, you're going to find other ways to branch out, do other stickings, do other subdivisions over the foot ostinato that you choose. It's really a template that you can plug in your own ideas and patterns into this simple system of a checklist, odd groupings, plus an ostinato, and it's going to open up a million doors. You're going to see huge benefits from working on this exercise and coming up with your own variations. But if you're not sure where to go from here, watch this video where I'll show you the techniques that most drummers don't spend nearly enough time on and what you need to do about it.